Right now, dense fog is causing some issues for holiday travelers trying to make their way back to the Midwest. And the debate over how to handle the Senate impeachment trial, an update from Washington about what happens next.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for joining us on this day after Christmas. Hope you all had a great holiday. We start with breaking news in from the Channel 3000 Alert Center. We now know the victim in a Christmas Eve homicide in Madison. She's Sheila Green. The murder happened Tuesday afternoon on Midvale Boulevard. The Dane County Medical Examiner says the 63-year-old woman died from a gunshot wound. Joseph Green has been identified as the homicide suspect. He was booked into the Dane County Jail early yesterday morning. Let's head to the Weather Center now. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at perhaps record-breaking heat today.
Yeah, that was at least the case earlier on. In fact, we did see the dense fog. We saw the warmer temperatures, but now things are changing up for us. Visibility is getting a lot better. Temperatures are now dropping. The cold front sped up a little bit, so it has now gotten here a bit earlier. We're now 8 degrees cooler than we were at this time yesterday. Meanwhile, you work your way towards the lakeshore. That's where things are warmer. We're 32 in Madison. Milwaukee is at 56, so they certainly did beat their record and set a new record for the warmest December 26th on record. We were close earlier today as those temperatures were near 49 degrees, and our record is 50, but we have since dropped. Those winds now becoming more westerly, 30s as you work your way back towards the north and west, and we're going to continue to see this westerly and northwesterly wind as we go through the rest of tonight and into tomorrow. In fact, watch how temperatures will continue to drop. 41 by 2 o'clock, then we're in the 30s by 4. We'll continue to fall through the 30s as we go through the rest of the evening. Good news for anyone who's traveling, though, is that we should keep things on a drier note, so we should have good travel conditions today and into tomorrow, but by Saturday, we're tracking heavy rain and potentially slick conditions. We'll time that out along with talking about a return of the colder weather coming up in just a few minutes, Mark.
All right, it's still winter.
It is still winter. Winter just started.
Just started, as a matter of fact. All right, we'll see you in a few minutes.
All right.
New at noon, authorities in Janesville are investigating an overnight crash that killed 2 men in Rock County. According to the sheriff's office, the crash happened at midnight on West Rockport Road. That's in the town of Janesville. Officials say the 19-year-old driver lost control after swerving to avoid another car. He hit a tree, pinning him and his 20-year-old passenger. Both men from Janesville were pronounced dead after being pulled from the car. Their names have not yet been released. President Trump is away from Washington for the holiday, but his Twitter account reveals he has impeachment on his mind. President Trump started the day with a series of tweets aimed at House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and her fellow Democrats. He slammed them for not sending the articles of impeachment straight to the Senate and called them liars. A Senate trial promises to be friendlier territory for the president, but Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's comments on that are causing issues with moderate Republican senators.
Everything I do during this, I'm coordinating with White House counsel. There will be no difference between the president's position and our position.
When I heard that, I was disturbed.
Alaska Republican Lisa Murkowski tells KTUU in Alaska that she believes senators should be impartial. The White House blocked current and past administration officials from testifying during the House impeachment hearings, but Democrats want to hear from those officials during the Senate trial. Democrats will need 4 Republicans to vote with them in order to compel new witness testimony. It is glad tidings and gridlock as more Americans than ever plan to travel this holiday season. AAA says if you're driving, expect your travel time to double. If you're on the roads near New York City or Washington, D.C., it might even triple. Hillary Lane reports from the New Jersey Turnpike.
According to AAA, there are 3.9 million more people traveling this holiday week compared to last year. That includes the Pierce family, driving from Connecticut to Pennsylvania to visit family.
Well, we left a little earlier than usual and got ahead of some of the rush hour. It's been pretty smooth so far, so we've been pretty lucky.
It's near whiteout conditions that are causing travel delays in Southern California. More than 2 feet of snow are predicted in the mountains outside of LA. Closer to the coast, torrential downpours.
It's pretty bad out there, like windshield wipers, full blast.
Inside the nation's airports, travelers can expect long lines. An estimated 47.5 million people in the U.S. will fly over Christmas and New Year's. But today and tomorrow are the busiest. Cindy Morano is trying to escape Chicago.
This is the easiest vacation. I'm ready for it. Nothing's going to stop us from getting to Jamaica.
Nationally, there are few delays and cancellations, but that's expected to change in the coming days. A new storm in the nation's midsection will travel to the East Coast by the weekend, bringing merry misery to many. Hillary Lane, CBS News, Secaucus, New Jersey.
And in our area, a dense fog advisory was in effect for areas north of Madison overnight and prevented some flights from landing. One flight from Tampa to Minneapolis couldn't land in the Twin Cities late last night and had to divert to the Dane County Regional Airport. Those passengers found themselves stranded in Madison and had to sleep in the airport overnight. Most flights to and from Madison were on time this morning. Well, the Badgers officially on the road to the Rose Bowl. The Wisconsin football team departed from Camp Randall yesterday. They'll have 4 days in California before the big game. Plenty of friends and family will follow the team out west. That includes quarterback Jack Cohen, who says a former coach of his predicted he'd be playing in this game years before he even knew he'd be playing college football.
One of my old lacrosse coaches would always go to the Rose Bowl, and he used to tell me that one day he was going to come watch me play the Rose Bowl, and this was before we even knew football was going to be a thing, so pretty amazing.
And we're told that coach will be at the game. News 3 Now also has a team headed to Pasadena to get you ready for game day. The Rose Bowl just over a little less than a week away, New Year's Day. Kickoff is set for 4 p.m. Central Time. A Racine County waitress is shocked by an act of kindness she received just in time for the holiday.
Everyone asks me what I'm going to do with it, and I'm just so shocked. I just want to hold it.
On Sunday, a group of 13 women sat in Michelle Bachman's section at Mulberry's Pancakes and Cafe. They gave her a special Christmas card, and inside was a $1,300 tip. It's been hard for Bachman to smile this Christmas. Her sister Stephanie died in October after they battled cancer together.
As you know, Christmas came, I kind of felt like I kind of lost part of me. I think actually she's up there, and she knew that I was kind of still sad about this, and honestly, I kind of felt like she sent those. She's an angel, and she sent those angels to me.
And while Bachman doesn't know how she'll spend the money,
Bachman says she plans to pay it forward with other acts of kindness. The women who left the tip belong to an organization called Orchestrating Good. Its mission is to raise awareness of the good that surrounds all of us. Merry Christmas. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Yesterday's leftovers can be tomorrow's delights. And the best part, no one will ever know, but they will know how good they are. I hope you had a really nice Christmas and that today you'll be able to relax a bit before getting back into the swing of things. After all, New Year's is right around the corner, and before you know it, we'll be cooking up a storm all over again. Lucky for you, I have an insanely easy recipe that's perfect to welcome in the new year or to serve during any of the upcoming football games. It's hot, hearty, and ooey gooey delicious. To start, all we do is combine some cream cheese, cheddar cheese, dry mustard, paprika, and finely chopped ham. What a great way to use up the leftover ham. After mixing everything together, we spread it on some party rye, and we can find that in all of our markets, and place them on baking sheets. Right before we're ready to serve these, we pop them under the broiler until they get all bubbly and the edges start to brown. See, I told you they were easy. You can even make them in advance and freeze them and simply broil them at the last minute. Let me tell you, one bite is all it takes and everyone will be asking for more. To get the recipe, simply visit our website and look for what we call cheesy ham party squares, so you can make these as soon as tonight. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a hot and bubbly way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. Wow.
All right, Howard, thank you. Next at noon, unseasonably warm temperatures continue today, but colder temperatures are headed our way. Chris has the details next in your first alert forecast. Well, good news for soybean farmers thanks to a new trade deal, and Amazon announces record-breaking holiday sale numbers. Naomi Rutscham has your Money Watch report.
China's soybean imports from the U.S. are surging after the announcement of an interim trade deal. This comes as new tariff-free cargoes clear customs in China. In November, imports rose more than 50% over a year earlier. China brought in more than 2.5 million tons of U.S. soybeans in November. That's double the month before. The number of Americans applying for unemployment benefits is down for the second straight week. This follows a sharp spike in jobless claims earlier this month. Initial unemployment claims fell by 13,000 last week. The weekly report is often volatile during the holiday season, and overall, economists believe the labor market remains strong heading into the new year. Amazon says it had a record-breaking holiday season. Shoppers took special advantage of the online retail giant's same-day, Prime, and one-day deliveries, with those numbers quadrupling compared to the same time last year. In a nod to its quest for timeliness, Amazon completed its last delivery before Christmas Day at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time in Seattle, Washington. The race is on now to develop self-driving and flying cars, but one company is taking a different road to the automotive future with its 3D printed vehicles. German company Big Rep has printed a car in just 12 weeks, consisting of 14 separate parts. It's just a prototype at this point. The car is expected to be fitted with an electric engine sometime next year. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Naomi Ruckham.
Naomi, thank you. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials up 49 points. The NASDAQ up 48. And the S&P 500 is up 9.5. Farm Director Pam Yankee is off this week, so here are your farm numbers. Chris is here with the forecast. Now things cooling down just a bit, but still above normal.
Yeah, we are very much above normal, but I'll tell you what, the record warmth that we've experienced yesterday and early today, well, that is now coming to an end as a cold front works its way through parts of Wisconsin. As we head into the weekend, a system comes our way, and I believe that could cause some travel issues. And then beyond that, I think overall our pattern is one that is going to be turning colder. So if you live east of Madison, go out and enjoy the temperatures that are in the 50s while they last, because they will be coming to an end. Anyone traveling today, we're going to be staying mostly cloudy and dry. Even tomorrow, we'll be dealing with a few clouds and no major issues coming our way. But Saturday, things do begin to change. That's when I believe we'll be seeing some heavy rain, along with some slick roads that are going to be joining the picture. In fact, travel delays begin to really show up on our travel delay forecast map as we approach the weekend. As we go through today, no major delays. We might see some minor delays due to fog throughout parts of northern Wisconsin later on, but pay attention to what comes our direction from the desert Southwest and the Rockies. Here are all of the delays that are associated with the storm system that will be working its way towards the upper Midwest by the time we get you towards Saturday. Here's the pattern right now. The warmer conditions shifting towards the south and east. Here's our area of low pressure that moved towards the north earlier. This is bringing the cloud cover. Here's the cold front associated with that. All of this is now pushing towards the south and east. Here's that colder air that we'll see coming along with it. On the bright side, high resolution Doppler does remain completely dry of precipitation around here for now. 42 in Madison, 52 as you work your way down towards Janesville. Then we go up towards the Dells. That's where the temperature is 1 degree above the freezing mark right now. And let's put this into motion. Here's how things change through time. By 4 o'clock, temperatures will likely be in the upper 30s for a lot of spots. So that is how quickly we'll continue to watch that temperature drop or rather, shall I say, gradually, we'll watch that temperature drop. Overnight tonight, tomorrow morning, we'll see those temperatures down into the upper 20s, and we do not warm up all that much. I think we're going to see those highs into the upper 30s and low 40s for your Friday. But pay attention to what happens Friday night into the early morning hours of Saturday. We start to see a wintry mix headed our direction that will eventually go over to some rain. That's the next system coming our way. This strong area of low pressure will eject out of the desert southwest. A warm front lifts northward throughout the day on Saturday, and look for heavy rain to come our direction. I cannot rule out rumbles of thunder associated with this as well. Early on Sunday, I think we get in what's called a dry slot. So we'll see a lull in the activity for a while. But by Sunday evening into early Monday morning, I think we start to see the wraparound moisture come in. That'll be a chance for some flurries and snow showers. This reestablishes a colder pattern as we go into the first days of 2020. Then we're watching next week. We'll see if a wave of low pressure develops along that strong cold front. That could mean a chance for some accumulating snow around here, but you know what I like to say around Weather World. This is a long way away, so there's still plenty that could change. But nonetheless, that's what's on the maps. We're keeping a very close eye on that. Temperatures will be near 50, by the way, for your high on Saturday. 40s for Sunday, but then we are back in the 30s. And believe it or not, as cold as it's going to feel, we are still well above average. The average high is 27.
Winter came early.
Winter came early.
October, November.
It took a break, but I think we are going to start to see winter return.
All right. Thank you, Chris.
My pleasure.
Next to noon, Marissa DeGroot from the Dane County Humane Society is here with our pet of the week. We'll meet, what's her name? Amelia, right after this. Marissa DeGroot from the Dane County Humane Society is here with Amelia, our pet of the week. Hello to you.
Hi.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Tell us about this young lady here.
So Amelia here, she is only 10 months old, so she has a little bit of growing left to do.
We need your mic on.
Okay. Let's see. There
All right,
we go.
let's try it again.
Yeah.
She is 10 months old.
So Amelia here is only 10 months old, so that means that she has a little bit of growing to do, but she's pretty close to full grown now.
But she likes attention.
She really does. So at 10 months old, she's going to have a lot of energy, but she is so smart that I think she's going to do well in a lot of different households.
She's going to classes now, some obedience classes?
Yeah, so one of our staff members is taking her to our training classes that we hold at Dane County Humane Society, and I got reported that she is so smart. She is learning a lot. Can we show? Come here. Sit. Good girl. Touch. Nice job. So you can see she is going to do so well. Maybe you can continue doing those training classes with her.
At 10 months old, they're a sponge.
Oh, yeah. And you can see she takes treats really well, so it's just going to be so easy to teach her so much more.
And she doesn't bark or anything when you're gone. She just gets very anxious.
Yeah, like she's 10 months old. She has a lot of energy, so she's looking for a family that can kind of help keep her busy. Whoa, we slipped right off there.
Off the table here.
Maybe if you have another pup at home, I bet she'd love a buddy to play with.
And shepherd something or other?
Yeah, probably some sort of shepherd lab mix. Again, she's going to stay pretty much the size, maybe get a little bit bigger.
All right, you got some guys that have been around a long time. Lonely Hearts Club.
Yes, our Lonely Hearts Club, which Amelia is a member of that too. We've got Phoebe, Bella also in the Lonely Hearts Club. They all have adoption incentives, maybe like lowered adoption fees. We have IPA, who we've met on here before, Orit, all great pups who have just been with us a little longer.
And a horse?
Yep, we've got Cree, who is a 34-year-old Arabian, and her buddy Danny, who is a senior pony. And Petey.
But good news, last week's pet was adopted.
Yes, last week's pet was adopted, but yeah, we've got all these guys who have had really long stays at the shelter. So come and meet all of them. Yeah, there's Panda. Panda did get adopted. We're so excited for her.
Go to the website, giveshelter.org, 838-0413 for all information. Thank you, Marissa. We'll see you soon. Here's Chris with one final check of the forecast.
Temperatures will continue to fall as we go through the rest of the afternoon. We topped out around 48. We are now at 42, and we will continue to drop all the way into the 20s tonight. A storm system this weekend brings heavy rain and some wraparound snow.
All right, grab your jacket. We'll see you back here at 4. Have a great afternoon.